lead here. They're up like half of a, or yeah, about a Skullwoods clear here in the lead, which is substantial. It's not insurmountable for missing links, but Lavan's going to really have to execute his butt off.
Yeah, and guys, we went down for just a quick second there, but you didn't miss much. Lavan did take down Armis Knights. Teknolink still on their way back to Helm's.
They missed everything.
Oh,
sorry. While the stream was away, Relkin and I figured out the meaning of life, shared it with Yoinker's wife, the tracker. The rest of you, I'm sorry, you'll have to come back tomorrow for it.
Well, clearly I didn't realize it. You must be talking to someone else. Some other Relkin.
Okay. It's a good thing Teknolink has blue mail and picked up that potion for here, because 4.5 heart Helma is not a tame fight. It's fine if you never get hit, but it's one of those bosses that tries extra hard to hit you.
All right, Lavan gonna be setting up to do the icebreaker here after hitting that switch and heading back to this room.
My God, Teknolink did it with the last arrow to take out Helma. That is some clutch timing.
Yeah, but see, now he's short on arrows.
That's fine. He's already beaten Eastern.
This is true. It's just going to require, you know, astute mind to remember to pick up arrows along the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is one of those times where knowing which pots hold the arrows is going to come in really handy for him.
Ooh, nice free green potion. I'm sure that'll be appreciated.
Yeah, especially we're getting closer and closer to the idea of a Master Sword Trinex here, so that'll be handy to have. And look, Teknolink is fine for arrows. He just walks in here, spends 100 rupees, buys more arrows, buys more bombs.
There's another Turtle Rock small key there in the big chest of Ice Palace, so pretty advisable to guess to pick up the Ice Big Key to see.
Yeah, a lot of the time we'll see runners go without it, but here, obviously it was quick enough in the early game, gave you a quick enough key in the late game.
Yeah, in fact, it was right
Lavan's
next to one of the gloves.
Okay. So Lavan has correctly realized he does not have enough magic to beat Cold Stare here, even after the refills. But by filling up his health with the anti-fairy in the the anti-fairies in that room, fairies in that room, he now has sword beams. So he's going to have to land, I think, 2 special hits on Cold Stare with his Master Sword beams when the Fire Rod makes the shell kind of weak. And it looks like he's got them here.
That's awesome.
Aw, well done.
He could, if you wanted to, just go ahead and, you know, down that green potion and just spam his Fire Rod.
Yeah, that's an option. I approve of going for the spins while you can here. Maybe try to save that for the Trinex fight or something.
Getting back in the corner there, one Cold Stare puff. Ooh.
He can get hit by the ice. If that puff hits him, that'll be a death for him.
Woo-hoo. Heart stopped everywhere.
Okay, good. Okay. Good. Good.
We can breathe.
So that Bombos Technolink picked up may come in handy for this fight, as you mentioned. He'll be able to save some fire rod shots for the end of the boss. We saw Teknolink not do the diver down, instead just go for the bomb jump, which is slightly but not much slower.
And we're heading back to this area. Looks like we're going to Zora's domain to pick up some. Perhaps a big key?
Oh.
Teknolink picking up their third Turtle Rock small key, so they are good on Turtle Rock small key.
Yeah, where did that other one come from?
There's one in Skull Woods in the pinball room.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, and then the other one was in the Desert Big Chest, so that makes 3 in the Ice Big Chest. Well, seeing as we only need one big key left to find, I think I know what big key this is.
Indeed, that is for Ganon's Tower. So when Teknolink gets that, he will be in go mode. Oh, he needs his red cane from East Death Mountain, I want to say.
Yeah, Super Bunny.
Yeah, so he'll be able to get that in plenty of time.
Oh, Teknolink is also kind of low on health. One puff hit from the puffs will kill him. Gonna use
This
that
is what
blue
the blue
potion.
potion is for.
Yeah, like you said, you know, winning fights is, you know, what you...
Dying is, I've heard, suboptimal. So this gap between the runners is closing up. Lavan getting closer to finishing Skull Woods. Teknolink kind of ahead on crystals still, but is going to have to do this long walk through Zora's domain.
All right, and there is Turtle Rock small key. I believe that was number 3, yeah, for Lavan, so that will be complete their key collection for Turtle Rock.
So, with the lack of swords we have so far, I have to think that either one's in Turtle Rock, or something is kind of on the way in Ganon's Tower. I think if we had an early Meyer sword, we might have seen the runners dip for that, but they've elected not to.
Yeah, Teknolink just now getting this GT big key, so that will be their chance now to go up to the mountain and finish up the sea by finishing Turtle Rock and GT. Kane being in Super Bunny, so that'll be their go mode. And Lavan only needing to beat Mothula and then go beat Turtle Rock. Yeah, in fact, Lavan is in go mode right now.
That's right. Nice fire rod there to get through the mummy room quickly. He should be fine in this fight, with 9 hearts going in.
Yep. Still on green mail though, so 2 hits from any moth attack and 1 heart from the spike. Doing well so far. Wow, these are some quick damage.
And there we go.
That was a pretty quick one, I gotta say. Alright, so Teknolink is heading over to pick up his cane before heading into Turtle Rock. Lavan is about to head up the mountain. Right now, Lavan has the silver arrows in his possession already, so he doesn't have to go through Spiral Cave again. Teknolink will basically have to make the decision: do they want to go through Spiral Cave after Turtle Rock or something like that? That will involve another mountain climb.
Yeah, it really depends on Teknolink's confidence with Silverless Ganon. You know, if he feels really good about his fight, I can see him skipping Spiral Cave, especially without boots. Because it's not, you're right, it's not just walking through Spiral Cave, it's walking back up the mountain after that as well.
So that is go mode for Teknolink. He just needs to finish Turtle Rock and GT and beat Ganon. So I think this is kind of close.
This is very close. It looks like Teknolink is going straight into the dungeon of Turtle Rock, not going for the silvers. He might be waiting to see where he is relative to his opponent after this dungeon, to see if he kind of needs to, if he can go for that safety, or if he has to just run as fast as he can and hope. Who knows? Maybe we get boots in TR and suddenly Spiral Cave sucks less.
Should we talk about where the boots are? Because I've already spoiled myself where they are.
Oh god, I just looked it up. Go ahead. Spill the beans. I'm angry. I'm aggressively angry about this. I came here to have a good time.
We're probably not going to see those boots.
I can't say it. You have to say it for me.
The boots are in the GT big chest, if I'm not mistaken.
But we have the big key for Ganon's tower. Why don't we just get them? Because it's awful. You know what I really like having boots for? The left side of GT. Or the right side, for that matter.
Alright, meanwhile, we got both runners heading through Turtle Rock right now. Oh, the free red mail in the Chain Chomp chest.
That's a great spot.
Yeah, just get past these monsters of death right here and have your free defense.
Yeah, I think Lavan made the correct call to stop there and pick it up. Both runners, I think, did. There's just this freedom you get when you have an extra level of mail where you can walk into an enemy and not feel like the game's over. So both runners gonna have to steal a key from the Pokey and then head back through.
That room played very nice for Teknolink. Same for Lavan.
I haven't thought about this before, but I wonder if the Pokey RNG in that room is fixed. We'll see this in Pokeys too, if it's fixed or not.
So upright and down right for that, for the left and right respectively. No.
No. Okay.
Although, they did switch it up between the two, basically, just then.
Yeah. Alright. Lavan is just a couple of rooms behind Teknolink here. Fun fact about these two teams. Here in the Lost Woods division, we like our ties. We had a tie in week 1 between two other teams, and then Hacksaw and some guy named Philion managed to tie in their other matchup this week. So I can tell you what's going on inside everyone's head in this race, and it's, are we going to get another tie? Are we going to get another tie? Are we going to get another tie?
I just not realized that.
Interestingly, this is swapped from earlier in the week, where we saw missing links ahead by a few seconds going into GT. Here we're going to see Teknolink with a slight lead, but none of that is insurmountable, particularly if Teknolink has to go get the silvers, or particularly if we just see both runners trying to do Master Sword Ganon.
But as you saw right there,
Yeah, as I say that, Tempered Sword right on Laser Bridge. There are worse places for it.
yeah, so the other sword is actually on Magic Bat. And I've not taken a look to see where the powder is.
I don't think Lavan actually picked up the powder. I think that's an error on the interface we're seeing, because my source tells me that powder was at Pegasus Rocks, and I don't think anyone's going there today.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right, so Teknolink on their Trinex fight manages to take down both heads with ease. Very quick first phase. So that is crystal number 7 for Teknolink. Down goes Trinex.
On Lavan's side, there we are as well. It's 3 bombs at the flute spot. Anyone want to go make that trip with the shovel? I'm guessing no. And there it is. Teknolink going to mirror and grab these silvers. Hard to say, since I don't know his playstyle, how comfortable he feels with silvers, but this is going to put Lavan back in the lead.
Yeah. Man, this really just puts in perspective how slow this cave is without boots.
It really depends on how comfortable you are doing silverless as a runner. Optimally, if you're getting triples all the time, then silvers are only going to save you about 30 seconds in the Ganon fight. If instead you consistently go for doubles, you're probably going to see something more like 45 seconds a minute. And if you're really not comfortable with silverless hits, silvers can save you several minutes. It all depends on where you are as a runner, and even how well you think you can perform at that an hour 20 into a race when you know exactly where your opponent is.
Yeah, but now Lavan is entering the gauntlet here. Has 1 GT key in his pocket, so he does not have to go down to the basement to grab a small key out of a pot.
What was that 4th pawns fall for? Oh well. Oh well.
Yeah. I actually don't think it was required. It's just kind of one of those things you're like, well, it's here. I mean, I guess we can get it.
It was, in Skull or something? It was kind of on the way.
Yeah. I think I misspoke earlier. The Turtle Rock small key was in the compass chest of Skullwoods, and the pinball room actually had the pod key.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so if you're already in there and you're not totally sure, I see why you grab it, just for the safety. The challenge both runners are going to have in this gauntlet is that, by and large, they're just used to climbing this dungeon with boots. And so they probably don't have the strats down as solidly for trying to get through these rooms without being able to dash everywhere. We see Lavan just kind of skating around instead of being able to do the quick / dash.
Ooh, missing 2 of the Lenmos there. That's going to cost some time. Missing again.
Yeah, this fight can be a big equalizer. Teknolink burning up his fire rod through the front of this floor. Lavan switching over to fire rod because he knows he can spam that faster.
I think it's worth to mention that the runners can actually, or pilots, I guess, really can watch the restream or watch each other's streams while this is going on.
That's right. So I don't expect Lavan and Teknolink are watching, but I'm fairly certain their co-pilots are sitting there going, okay, you're fine, or this is how far ahead or behind you are. It's really up to the runners and the pilots how much they want to share that information and how much it doesn't help knowing where your opponent is at this point.
Yeah, both Teknolink and Lavan having difficult Lenmo 2 fights, so no time really gained or lost between the two.
We also didn't see either runner pick up half magic, which was in the pod dark maze. So just means they have to count their shots deliberately here in GT. And Lavan did that using his last magic in the torch room.
Lavan trying to conserve health there, just going to hook shot the key that landed on his.
Yeah, Teknolink still has a blue potion, but Lavan does not have that or any way of healing up at the end here. So he's going to have to just have a really good Ganon fight.
So Lavan taking down Moldorm 2 without much difficulty. Teknolink about to head into Moldorm 2 himself.
Still a few equalizing factors here. Kind of every cycle in Aga 2 is about 6 seconds that Lavan could gain or lose against his opponent. Very nice triple in phase 1. Looks like we're gonna get a 3 cycle here.
Ooh, if that was a
Barely.
blue ball. Whew. If that was a blue ball, then that wouldn't have happened there. I almost want to say you may have jinxed him almost.
Me? Jinx my teammates? Never.
Alright, so Teknolink heading into their Aga2 fight, and Lavan about to drop into Ganon. This is a 4.5 with blue male heart Ganon fight.
It's fine, just never get hit.
Yeah, Fire Bats do 3 hearts. The Trident also, I believe, does 3 hearts. The Fire Ring of Bats do 2 hearts or something like that.
That's correct. I think that was a 4 cycle on Teknolink's side. And Lavan not getting the 1-in-1, but still plugging through in phase 2 here.
It's nearly impossible to get the 1-in-1 without the use of some other item like the cape.
Nah, it's fine. It's just you need to know every possible setup for where Ganon would go at the bottom of the room, which is technically demanding and requires practice. But we don't need cape.
Okay, so Lavan has passed the difficult part of this fight without boots.
That's right, just needs 4 silver hits at this point. Oh, look at this. Gets a great lineup along the bottom. There's the triple. Good potion by Teknolink there, just to bring himself back from 1 heart. But Lavan's going to walk through and take first place in that race with an official time of 1 hour, 28 minutes.
Yeah, get your GGs in chat for Lavan, everyone. Very close race. Teknolink almost falling there from that fire ring.
And there's 1 hit already. Misses the 3rd hit, but he's got it up top. And Teknolink 1 more fire rod, or sorry, silver arrow shot away. That'll do it for Teknolink, making this quite a close race overall. He is going to finish up here, walk through, and get an official time of 1 hour, 29 minutes, 12 seconds. So a minute, 12 seconds separating these runners. And would you believe that is not the closest race these teams had this week? Lavan, would you believe that?
No, I wouldn't believe that. I was there for the other one. This was something else.
Something else? What was it?
I'm not sure. It was something else. I realized that I don't know how to execute GT without the boots.
Oh.
I was like, after I killed Moldorm 2, I walk into the pinball room and I'm like, I don't have a strat for this room without the boots.
Slowly, painfully, screaming.
Yeah.
Was one heck of a run, GG guys.
Oh, GG. Like, as we were both going into Turtle Rock, Slowpoke's like, you are behind going into Turtle Rock. Oh, they don't have the silvers yet.
Yeah, that's what we realized when we were.
Yeah.
I was asking, hey, did they get the silvers? Yes or no? Because I imagined you were on. I was being told that you were already ahead, so.
Oh.
I didn't know if you had done the hammersmith, the blacksmith.
Yep. Yeah, we did the blacksmith on our way back from Hype Cave.
That's when we did it before we did Hype Cave.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys made it hard to keep track of who was in the lead for a long time. We saw you split when you both hit the Dark World, or rather when you both hit the Dark Village. Lavan and Slowpoke went south to go straight to Hype Cave for the Thieves Town Big, and Fat Boy and Teknolink, you were up in Thieves Town getting your hammer, and no one stayed together after that.
Yeah, I was actually surprised. How did you get to Hype Cave from the north?
You walk down from the Village of Outcast portal.
Okay, yeah.
Stumpy and.
So that's where it's changed.
Yep. We decided we didn't want to double dip Thieves Town.
Yeah, we were just going to get the hammer. It felt nice.
Yeah, I figured front four was not a big.
Yeah, front four isn't too bad.
I mean, I wasn't gonna send them into the back for something if we didn't have don't have the big key to get to the back. But
see, Slowpoke didn't tell me where the hammer was in there. He said the hammer's in Thieves Town. I'm like, well, where's the Thieves Town big key?
I mean, it worked out partly because you could do that really, really cool drop off of the smith on your way back.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I am so mad at myself for failing that diver down. I don't know what went wrong with it.
What is diver down and how do you eat it?
In this case, it eats your Swamp Palace small key.
Yes, it did. I went for the fancy setup where you flood the key and then drop the bomb and then diver down. And I don't know the bomb setup for diver down, so I have to do this. I only know the Samaria setup. And apparently, like I must have been putting the block on the wrong spot or something.
I don't know either. So I knew it when going into the seed. I knew that if swamp left side is needed, then we're going to be losing time. But
Luckily-
a little here.
Yeah, luckily you didn't lose too much time on left side of swamp because you didn't have to flip the pegs again, so you could literally just take the cheater shortcut. And...
Yeah. I'll be interesting to see what the collection rates are. Like
Yeah.
I know I have a couple more hearts than you do. You guys have bombos. I have no idea where that was.
checkerboards.
We ended up not even needing bombos or using
We
bombos
used
at
it.
all.
We used bombos once on.
Oh, you used it
Because
on...
I wasn't
Okay.
full magic when I went into Gold Stair, so I just bombosed it.
I wasn't full magic either.
Dude,
I
that
just
was
used sword beams.
that was really nice. That was a good move. It's always nice when we get to show off cool tech like that.
I did it on purpose. I'm not gonna lie. I walked down. I'm like, well, I have this green potion. I could just drink the green potion, or I could go grab a fairy and save the green potion for in case I need it on like Trinex.
Yeah.
And I have the green potion as backup if I screw up the sword beams.
How quickly did you guys realize it was an EGA required seed? 'Cause I sent
not-
Techno into Castle Tower because I saw that had the Moon Pearl in it. Then I realized after we were already there with only one small key, and it's like, oh, this is EGA required. We're gonna have to come back here in just
Yeah.
a minute, anyways.
Same. That's the exact same.
Okay. I don't feel as bad for double dipping Castle Tower, but
Yeah, we went and we got the cape out of Saha, and then went and did the first chest in Castle Tower, and I'm like, and then he's like, oh, well, the hammer and gloves are in Dark World. I'm like,
And yeah, we were considering to. Did you get early Master Sword or did you get later Master Sword? As in, did you get it in-
I got early Master Sword.
Okay.
Yeah, I had Master Sword actually before we went back up in the tower the second time.
well, you didn't
Same
save
here.
the mushroom so that way you could fake powder into another sword?
Yes.
No,
That would have
that's where
actually
the
been.
first sword. Huh?
I'd loved how much like utility stuff was locked behind the boots that were sitting in the Ganon Tower big chest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause I think there's like two bottles because there's a bottle in GT, there's a bottle
Bonk rocks.
bottle on Lumberjack.
Yeah.
That were behind the boots, and then there was what was the other thing that was on Bonk Rocks?
The
There's some-
powder.
Powder, yeah, the powder is on
which,
Bonk
which
Rocks,
unlocked the swords. Yeah.
which unlocked another sword. So it's just like everything was locked behind the boots.
I was really confused when I looked. One of the times I looked over at the restream, and I'm like, I have the powder. I don't have the powder. I wish I had the powder.
Yeah.
I think most
Yeah.
importantly, you wish you had boots, but those are kind of out of your reach.
Oh, I'm okay with not having boots.
I am
Just
also okay with that.
Equalizes the playing field. Let's put it like that, right?
Yep.
I do have to say, in hindsight, I think the your guys' play to go do east side of Death Mountain after Tower of Heroes was the better play because you could get silvers. You
You get silvers. You get a couple of extra hearts, which
got
are
Samaria.
helpful.
No, ours weren't so much the problem. It was the fact that we didn't have Samaria for the first run to Ice Palace.
Yeah.
Or rather, the only run to Ice Palace, but still.
I made Techno do Ice Palace bomb jump instead.
How rude.
How did... Yes, we have all the tech at our disposal and he makes me do Ice Palace bomb jump.
I can sit like for a brief second. I considered doing the hammer jump to get the half magic that was in the maze.
We were talking about that one too.
Yep. but I don't know how many jumps. So
Oh.
that is literally, if that ever happens, then we would have been very, 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 very. How do you say? Not happy.
But yeah, I had 2 oopses this seed. My first oops was the diver down, and the second one was in Spike Cave. I got to the end of Spike Cave, lifted up the rock, and then ran out of magic on Burna and died.
And no one went back. What was in that chest?
Turtle Rock Small.
Okay.
So we just
Okay.
got the one out of Skull Woods instead, which
Yeah.
is probably faster, but I wasn't sure where all of the Turtle Rock Smalls were at that point. So
Speaking of small keys in Skull Woods, Pulp Head for food, you guys picked up a pod small key, like a 4th one, that you never ended up using, but you had us freaking out. Like, why are they grabbing that? What's in Harmless Hellway that's so good?
It was when we were talking about grabbing that half magic, and I forgot that we picked up the small key in Thieves Town as well. So it was on the way.
Yeah.
Knew we needed to drop down in there to get the Turtle Rock small key, and we're literally gonna walk right past it to get out of there.
Yeah.
So
We need
so we grabbed an extra small key.
it's just so we can lock pod when we're done.
it was for menuing purposes.
This is also true. But now, what was in the Harmless Hallway chest?
Oh, what was on that chest? Key to Ganon's Tower.
Oh, that's useful. Then we
That
didn't
is
have to
useful.
kill
Yeah.
we don't have to kill the mini Helmosaur.
Is it worth going all the way back to the back of pod though?
Always.
See, then you that give you an excuse to go grab half magic too.
No, you can't, because then you don't have enough keys.
No, you could
Hammer
hammer
out. Just,
Yeah, that's
Oh,
why
yeah.
we have.
just throw hammer.
What else was there in the maze? Was there a pod small key in the maze by chance?
No, it was like compass to Ice Palace, and I think the big chest had a key to Misery Mire.
Well, in all honesty,
Sorry, go ahead, Techno.
yeah, I was going to say it was close. It was very close.
These are fun to rat out. As much as I love playing, I do enjoy looking at the spoiler log and trying to route.
Having been on both sides of the planning and now the playing, I'm not sure which one's more stressful.
Oh, I had a soothing voice of Fatboy constantly talking into my ear, so I don't know how your team play was, but Fatboy kept my cool.
Yeah, I'd like to think Slowpoke kept my cool too.
All right. Well, GG, and congrats on your win.
Yeah, GG.
I'm just disappointed you guys didn't tie again. Like, come on.
I was considering sitting there, not walking in, and waiting for their dot done, and then making it a tie, but that would have been rude.
It would have been funny. It would have been for the memes. That is important.
It would have been for the memes.
Memes in my rando? Ugh.
Well, in any case, thanks for running, and thanks for being our opponents.
And thank you for the restream commentary, Phileon and Relkin, and it looks like Yoinka's wife was our tracker today. Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hey, I was happy to talk about my friends for an hour and
I
a bit.
don't know why our opponents keep on deciding that they want to calm our races against their team. It's like the 5th or 6th one we've had.
Yeah, I want to talk about my friends.
Yeah, no, I get it. I mean,
Sue me.
volunteers
Everybody-
are volunteers. So,
All right. If you want to watch more races, we got nothing for you right now. At 5 p.m. Eastern, which is like an hour and a quarter from now, Speed Gaming 4 is going to have Jet against Dark Shadows. Jet being, of course, past tournament winner Jet, but Dark Shadows also being a veteran in this game. So stick around on SG4 in just over an hour for that. We also have some races on the ALTTPR League channels that you can check out. just by looking at the schedule here. Relkin, any final words?
That was a very close one. It was yet another close one for me to be doing commentary over. I'm liking these ones. These are more fun to watch and also more fun to do commentary because of how close they are. And it was a fun time commentating with you, Falion. Let's do it again sometime. What do you?
Sure, I like talking. Thanks for joining me. Thanks to you, Anchor's wife, for tracking as well. All right, have a great day, everyone.
See you guys.